Welcome back to my garage. Today we are ready for another dyno session with the SPX. I've made a float bowl well for the main jet or a tube around the main jet to extend the down in. That could help when the fuel is foaming. We'll see. I was contacted by PowerSpark, the company that make PowerSpark, the ignition system I'm using. And they had found a bug in the software. If you alter a programmable map, you can't just save it and then presume that you are in that map and it's using your new numbers. You will have to choose the given map once more. So say you alter map number 10, you will have to save it after altering it and then go back and choose map number 10, or else it will just use the numbers from whatever map you were running before that. So yeah, and they were they are making a new unit with one with 5 and one with 8 programmable points. So now it's 4 RPM points you can choose the ignition timing on. The new unit one has 5 and one has 8, and they are going to send me the unit with 8 programmable points for testing. So thanks PowerSpark. There's a link in the description to them. Check them out. Yeah, a shout out to Jay. His channel is named what is it named? Dighsx. Dighsx. Yeah, I don't think he even knows how to pronounce it. But check out his channel. It's you know, he's just a cool guy, working in his garage, smoking cigars, listening to blues, and all sorts of cool projects. And it's just something that if you just pour your favorite beverage and you can sit down and relax and watch for hours. I really enjoy it, so check that out. Link in the description and also a link at the end of this video. So yeah, I'll just bring you over to the bike and I'll show you the float bowl well, and we'll start the dyno session. Here's the well. It's a gutted flashlight which I've glued to a bored out float bowl nut. So it's been on here for almost a week now with fuel in it, just to see if it would leak and see if the epoxy would hold up, and it seems to be holding up fine. I'm just going to remove it to check that there's the epoxy hasn't left any residue in the fuel. So we'll check that now, and if everything is fine, we are ready for testing. So there's the... That looks good to me. And that tube is a little bit long on purpose, so that when I screw this on, it is pushed up and doesn't fall off. Like that. A quick view of how the launch lever works. You can see as I rev up the engine, this lever moves up. If I apply pressure on it with my foot, I can keep the engine at higher revs while it's steering. That's how the system works. Just push this on the engine mount here. The first run here shows only 11.8 horsepower. So obviously something is going on here, so now it's probably too rich. Okay, I'll do another run and we'll see what happens. 12.9 horsepower. It's down from before, but the fuel has been sitting here in the tank for many weeks now, so, and the temperature is different, so this could just be irregularities. I will try advancing the timing a little bit and we'll see what happens. Exhaust leak. That may have caused a lot of problems here. I'll go back to the previous map just to see how it performs now with the exhaust leak fixed. Horsepower, another run. Down a little bit. I'll play a little bit the ignition and we'll see what happens. That's 14.6 horsepower, another run. We are getting up there. That's 13.8, so we're up there around 14. I'll advance the timing one more step at around peak power and we'll see what happens. Now we're seeing 14.5 horsepower after a couple of runs. So, okay, I'll turn off the noise here. We'll talk about that. Okay, so after advancing the timing a little bit up top, it's kind of hard because, not hard, but since the ignition the ignition point is moving relative to the points I've set. It seems, I'm not sure if this that's what's happening yet, but if there could be something else going on, but the ignition light shows that, and I'm getting good results by advancing the timing more than it should be, because now I'm at 21 degrees, a little bit below peak power, and that should be about, as my lamp showed, it should be about 16 degrees, which is very typical for a powerful two-stroke, 16 degrees at peak power. And we are now, so the stippled, what do you call it, the dotted line here, that's from the previous session, and now I'm up at after warming up the bike I'm at 14.5 horsepower at the wheel, at slightly higher speed, 132 kilometers per hour. The reason I'm not doing it against the RPM is because of all this stuff, all the variator stuff, and it just produces nonsense results. But the curves are the same, or the graph will be the same, plotted against speed as against RPM. You just don't know exactly where the RPM, or how the RPM relates to the speed. I'll have to figure out this with some pulleys or something to get the RPM too. But 14.5 horsepower at the wheel, that's let's see here, that's about 18, around 18 horsepower, maybe a little bit above 18 horsepower, and that's very close to what Engmod is showing. If I know there's stuff going on here. I thought maybe that the float bowl extender, the well, could fix this, but I think this is because my power jet is on all the time. I have no means of shutting it off after peak power, so that will be the next project now, making just a manual switch to shut off the power jet past peak and see if that can extend my power a little bit, and also start playing more with the jetting and see if I can reach more horsepower. I've checked around the net and I've talked to people, and with the variator it's very typical to have higher transmission losses than on gear bikes, and often up in the range of 30% or around there. It really sucks power, the belt drive, and the misalignment with this single variated belt drive. So calculating with 25% loss, I'm actually up around 20 horsepower. That's what Engmod is telling me also, except for the SDA numbers, but the exhaust duct is state of the art, if I will say so myself. So and I have to get down to 18 or 18.5 that the exhaust SDA says, or the blowdown SDA is telling me. I need to reduce the combustion efficiency quite a lot, down to 0.8 in Engmod, which isn't really fair for this bike, which should be up there. So so I'm actually, I might have a 50cc 20 horsepower bike as we speak now, with a little bit of jetting and playing more with the ignition. That might be even more. Woo! Okay, thanks for watching. Check out Jay Dighsx's channel. There's a link somewhere now, and also in the description. And please subscribe to me, subscribe to him, and please subscribe to me too. And click the like button, comment, and I'll see you next time.